Greetings YouTube, Remarkable Republican here to bring you the truth with truth-flavored bias, and today the truth is going to be truer than it ever has been because we're talking about the most important topic in the universe, namely, what is the one true religion? The obvious answer is Christianity. Christianity is the true expression of God's will, and it, better than any other system of thought in human history, encapsulates truth and what is right. So I'm going to lay out the top 10 reasons why atheists on places like Twitter should abandon their atheism and science in favor of God's word and follow God's will. Number one, the Old and New Testament are historically accurate. They can be proven through history and archaeology. Number two, the Bible is historically attested. This means that other ancient sources speak of the Bible and its nature as a document given by God, and we can also test all of the different claims in the Bible, and when we do, we find that all of them are completely and totally plausible. Number three, people and nations who have oppressed and persecuted Christians have tended to disappear over time. The chief example I have here is the Soviet Union. Where are they today? That's right, they don't exist. Number four, people and nations who are reprobates in the eyes of God have been horribly punished and have been destroyed. The chief example being the Nazis and their allies, the Japanese, who were nuked twice. Also, I would add the homosexual Greeks and other civilizations from the past which have behaved in ways which are unpleasant in the eyes of God. Number five, corruptors of the one true faith have been punished as harshly as its outright opponents. The example is that the Roman Empire was destroyed shortly after Catholicism overtook Christianity in the Roman Empire under the Emperor Constantine. Number six, the only people who have had successful, long-lasting, and culturally relevant empires are the Jews, Christians, and Muslims. The Christian empires have fared the best. Jewish empires have not fared all that well, but they've made a lot of cultural contributions, and a lot of Muslim empires have been unstable, but they have had flourishing cultures. One example is the Ataturk Empire, which only fell in World War I. Number seven, Christian nations and empires have been the most stable, successful, and have lasted to the present for the most part. One example is the Byzantine Empire, which lasted for over 1,000 years despite being surrounded by enemies on all sides. Other examples include England, France, Germany, Italy, Ireland, Spain, Portugal, the United States, Canada. Need I go on? And need I also point out that all of these places have been prosperous and peaceful for most of their history. Number eight, nearly all of the most important and best scientific and technological innovations have been revealed to Christian scientists and not to scientists of other faiths. And yes, that includes atheist scientists. Christian scientists have made almost all of the major discoveries, not atheists. Number nine, societies which are ultimately rooted in God's moral vision as laid out in the Bible tend to be much more successful and civilized than other civilizations. This is even in the modern age when many Christian societies have become very diluted and very distant from their origins. Yet the fact that they have those origins at all is still helpful in producing public order, prosperity, and even fun. Number 10, the earth is perfectly adapted for human life, and it contains every resource we've ever needed to advance ourselves further. It has contained everything we've ever needed in order to advance our civilization and to move to the next step. We've never gone without. The earth has given us food, the earth has given us water, the earth has given us all that we could ever ask for. It is the perfect environment. How, in a universe supposedly based on random chance, would we have evolved onto a planet that's perfect for us rather than a planet which is much less hospitable? If we had evolved on Mars, we could not really have gone beyond the Stone Age because there just aren't the materials there that we have on Earth. There aren't the water supplies to raise huge crops to get to a 7 billion person planet. So that in itself is a major sign of God's favor, the fact that we're on a place that is perfectly suited for us rather than somewhere that we quickly outgrew and had to leave immediately. Those are just, to me, the best 10 reasons, but maybe there are other reasons which will be more persuasive to other people. What I do know is that if you, as an atheist, think that it is the duty of Christians like me to do your research for you, you're sadly mistaken. You need to go out and think for yourselves and draw your own conclusions based on the evidence of God that God has put before you. If you can't do that, then it's a sign of your lack of effort. Until next time, I'm Remarkable Republican, bringing you the truth with a truth-flavored bias.